Oh, hey there. Welcome to the Adarna bus. Let's take a little tour. Welcome to our bus. This is a 1993 GMC school bus. When we were looking at a tour bus, we had to think a little bit outside the box because we were low budget. So we thought, what can we buy that's a little bit lower budget? We can kind of build ourselves. So we found this bus in Monroe, Washington. It's a retired wheelchair bus for the district. It was completely yellow, school bus lights, school bus logoed. So what we had to do first thing is we had to strip the entire outside, sand it all down. There's about 6 of us that did it, and we repainted it right in our driveway. We picked these colors from an auto shop. These are 60s Ford colors that we picked. We made sure the top was white to keep the heat down, and the rest of it, we just wanted to make it look unassuming so it doesn't look like there's a band coming in town. It's just a random bus, so to avoid theft. But yeah, this is her in her glory. We've done a lot of learning along the way and a lot of DIY, so we'll kind of do a little walk around. So we put industrial locks on here. One of the big things when we built the bus was that there's a lot of theft out there on the road, and no matter how secure you are, you're never secure enough. So when we built this back, we wanted to make it the most secure we could. So we put these industrial locks on that are really, really hard to cut. So in order to get in here, you'd have to have some pretty serious cutting tools like metal shop grade, plasma torches, or cut-off wheels. So what we did is we built this whole back section. All the windows have been sheet metaled over and riveted. Everything's sealed up, so everything back here is kind of in its own vault. Think of it as like a band vault back here, so nobody can really break in. And like I said, it would take quite a bit. So we did that on purpose. And we also put in a loading system very similar to a big truck. They call it E-Track. We put that in here as well so we could put these industrial straps in. So that way when we're going down the road, nothing really moves around. Everything's kind of got a home, and if we ever need to find anything, we can kind of hop in and everything's organized. So nothing's flopping around. We don't show up to the gig where everything's kind of strewn about. But doesn't look like a lot of space, but we fit a lot of gear in here. This is probably a trailer and a half's worth of gear. I lead that packing job. We develop a system every time we change it up or we change what kind of gear we're bringing in. We have to change how the pack works. So, for this tour, we actually moved this wall back. We actually shrank the space, but we redid it so we actually fit more in gear in here with less space because we needed more living space on the inside. So basically, I'll work it out initially and then teach everybody how it works. So for the whole tour, everybody knows how to pack it. So this is kind of a Franken bus. The engine and transmission that came with it is no longer in here. We put a stronger one in because the one they put in was really just meant for local school bus duties. It was never really meant to go over 40 miles an hour. So we put a whole new drivetrain in there a couple years ago. All custom gauges up here that I put together because the factory gauge is no longer applied. So a whole new wiring harness and everything like that. But on the core of this bus is basically like a big pickup truck. It's the way it was built. It's on a GMC chassis, same thing that was in like a 1-ton pickup. It's just got a heavier chassis. So driving it's like driving a big pickup truck and like an RV. So think of like a small RV pickup truck. So it's pretty simple. All the controls are pretty much in the same spot. And we did that on purpose because we didn't want to all have to train to be truck drivers. But no special endorsements needed for this bus. All hydraulic brakes. We're under 18,000 pounds even with loads, so no special licensing is needed, and everybody picks up driving it pretty easily. The one consideration is just you're a heavy vehicle and people just have to figure out kind of how to stop better and not rely on the brakes as much as letting the truck slow itself down. So otherwise, pretty easy to drive, actually. We do have a stereo. There's speakers up here in the ceiling. They go all the way back. So if we want to kind of hang out and listen to music, typically when we're driving, we sometimes have it on. A lot of people use their headphones. A lot of people listen to podcasts. The bus is a little bit loud going down the road. So it often works out better to just have like an earbud in one ear. We try to have a co-captain, but sometimes if we're tired enough, someone will be driving solo. But we try to have someone in the co-captain seat, especially late at night. But yeah, everybody's kind of chilling out in the back with their own headphones. They might be watching their own videos on their own phones. So, typically if that stereo's on, we're just kind of here hanging out. So as we've been going along, we've been thinking about how do we keep this tour bus quiet? Well, one way is we get free stickers, and every sticker we put on here, the bus gets just this much quieter. So we have this array of stickers of all the places this bus has been. And this bus has now been across the country 4 times with us. Since 2014 we've been touring in this bus, so as you can see we get quite the collection. different venues we've been to, different places we just visit that were really cool. This is a place, like, I'm from Rochester, so this place has been in business a long time, and so that's kind of really special to us. There's this vet sticker, which is a real good friend of ours in New London, Connecticut. So there's a lot of our friends' bands in here. These are bands from the West Coast here. A lot of really fun stuff. So we like to know if you have any stickers you'd like us to add. Oh, perfect. All right, digital tour bus. We'll be adding you to the collection. We're going to put you on. We have a new wall going on right here. So as we fill up, it's kind of like this is a sleeve, and now we're starting a new sleeve. So we're going to put this on right now. Digital tour bus, you are going on the new wall right here. So every time we exit and enter and the door is open, your name will be seen. Look at that. You are now a member of the sticker family, and now we are in one more microdecibel quieter going down the road. Okay, so just imagine this was a school bus when it started. So all these were just basic school bus seats that were in here. There were about 11 per side. We took all of them out and we remodeled the entire space to fit us for living. So this is our kind of our back wall where it starts. Behind there is all the gear, so it's securely behind there. We built 2 larger bunks. These are kind of the deluxe bunks. We keep this one for guests. This one is for our bass player up here. And then the most recent mod is that we put a triple bunk in. This used to just be a couch, but now it's a triple bunk. This is my bunk here in the middle. Will's bunk is down below. Andreka is up here. And as far as picking out bunks, you know, we mocked it up and said, you know, we need to have more room. We need more people on here. We need more regular bunks, because usually when we're going down the road, a lot of people are taking a nap when they can if they're not driving. So we measured it all out and said, well, triple work, and we mocked it up and it works. So one of the strategies we use in this bus, and you'll see a lot of theme, is this is all made out of aluminum, and it's all riveted with aluminum here. So I riveted this using a pneumatic tool. And the reason we picked aluminum is 2 reasons. One, it doesn't rust. And unlike wood will absorb moisture, metals will not. Aluminum especially, sometimes will oxidize a little bit, but it won't rust. The other thing too is it's very light and it's very strong. And one of the things that we're very conscious about when we're building on this bus is to try to keep things as light as possible. So like this whole bulk wall is aluminum, all this channeling is aluminum. It just keeps the weight down. We also built this whole luggage rack. This happens to be steel. The reason why we went with steel up here and not aluminum is because we had to weld it to the bus itself, and it's actually got steel sheeting up here. So this is all custom welded, and this will handle hundreds of pounds. So we can put our luggage up here with no worry about it falling or anything like that. It's worked great for years. And then we also had to have a work area. So we custom built this table. It's got our nice band logo on it, and down here as well. So we custom built this, and this is actually ready to be modded into another bed when it's ready. It's actually got levers that'll actually allow it to pop off and rotate and turn into a small bed. And then we were able to find these nice cool booth seats at a secondhand store. So we do a lot of kind of reappropriating of old materials. So like a lot of this, all this aluminum we bought is from a recycle yard. We didn't buy any of it brand new. We find metal recycling yards around, and we buy it because it's just a lot cheaper. And we like to reuse. So that's most of the mods back here. We put up some curtains, and up in the front we have some snaps, so when we're parked we can actually put up some drapes, and we actually have some privacy in there. And the one cool thing about a school bus is they already have safety hatches, so you can actually pop this up, and if you're really cool, you can go up and out onto the roof. And then you can just kind of hang out here and wave to the passers-by. It works out great too to put some extra air in here. There's also fans already built in from the school bus company, so we already get venting. So it works out really cool. So you've seen the Adarna's bus. We'd like you to come see us. We'll be coming to a town near you at any point. We tour around the country all the time. You can find us on the internet. Just type in the Adarna, A-D-A-R-N-A, our website, theadarna.com. We're on every social media, Twitter, Facebook, we're on Snapchat, Instagram, anywhere you want to buy music, Spotify, Google Play, we're on all of that. So just look us up, we're there, hit us up, we're very friendly, send us messages, we love it. We'll see you soon.